The Pied Piper returns. "Get down!" shouted Ash's mum. "It's far too dangerous." Ash ignored her and hurried up the last few steps to the top of the slide. As he slid to the bottom, Mum grabbed his arm. "Right, that's it," she said. "We're going home. Don't you realize what could have happened? You could have fallen. You could have hurt yourself." For lunch, Ash's mum gave him a super healthy salad, chopped into bite-sized pieces, of course, so Ash wouldn't choke. It was fat-free, danger-free, and taste-free. Ash wasn't allowed to do anything fun anymore, not since the mysterious Pied Piper had visited Hamlelin. When the town had been overrun with rats, the Pied Piper always played his pipe and led all the rats away. But when the mayor refused to pay him, the piper had led all the children away too. The townspeople raised the money to pay the piper, and the children came back with no memory of their time away, but the townspeople had never forgotten. They were determined not to let anything happen to their children again. In fact, they had gone safely mad. "We have to do something," complained Mala. "I haven't been allowed out all day. I've completely forgotten what cake, ice cream, and biscuits taste like," moaned Freddie, holding his stomach. The friends were holding a secret meeting in Ash's treehouse. They were not allowed there during the day. It was much too dangerous, his mum and dad said. Freddie pulled out the box stuffed full of sweets that they had hidden in the treehouse. Every night they shared out their rations and discussed what to do about their parents. "I wish we didn't have to even listen to their ridiculous rules," grumbled Ash. "I wish we didn't have to listen to them at all," said Mala. Just then, they heard some strange music coming from outside. A man in a colourful cloak was sitting on a branch playing a pipe. His eyes twinkled as brightly as the stars above. Ash recognized the man straight away. "I remember you," he said in surprise. "You're the Pied Piper," gasped Freddie. "I seem to have caused you some trouble," the Pied Piper said. "I'm here to solve your problem." "Wait, so you are saying you can solve our parent problem?" asked Ash. The piper nodded. "All I ask is for a little something in return." "But we don't have any money," Mala said. The piper thought for a moment. His eyes flicked to the box of delicious treats sitting tightly in Freddie's hands. "You could give me... what about your sweets?" said the piper. "Our sweets?" said Freddie. "No way! They're the only good things we have left." Seeing this, the piper just sighed. "Do you want my help or not?" the piper asked, a little annoyed. "If I take your parents away, then you can eat all the sweets that you want," he said in the most convincing way ever. The three friends huddled together. "Can we trust him?" whispered Mala. "Think of the sweets," said Freddie longingly. "I don't know," said Ash. But when they looked up, the piper had gone. If the three friends thought things couldn't get any worse, they were wrong. Ash's mom got rid of the TV. "It's bad for your eyes," she told him, and now Freddie had to sleep on the floor. "Can't have you falling out of bed," Dad said. "I can't have a wink of sleep," Freddie yawned. At their next meeting, "I'm so tired." "It's getting ridiculous," said Mala, as she said, passing the sweets around. "These won't last us much longer," Ash said, looking in the nearly empty box. "I think we need the piper's help," said Freddie. Then they heard the piper's music outside. "Please, we want you to sort out our parents," the friend said. "We'll give you anything." The piper's eyes twinkled. Without a word, he left, playing his pipe as he went. One by one, the doors opened. The parents came out listening to the piper's music and followed the piper down on the road. He led them right out of town, into the hills, and the friends couldn't even believe their eyes. The piper had done it. Their parents were gone. The next morning, Ash woke up late. Why hadn't his mum woken him? Then he remembered. Their parents. Ash and his friends had the best day ever. They ate nothing but sweets and chocolate. When they ran out, they went to the shop. "But we don't have any money," said Mala. "There are no adults," said Freddie. "We can take what we want." They ate sweets and played in the park until the sun set. Then they watched TV till their eyes were sore. Then they heard the familiar music outside. "I did what you wanted. Now, where is my payment?" the piper asked. "We don't have any sweets," said Mala quickly. "We've eaten them all," said Freddie, hiding some behind his back. "You'll be sorry when you didn't have the chance and you didn't even pay me," said the piper, his eyes twinkling even brighter. And then he was gone. "Why would we be sorry?" said Ash. "Life is great." But life wasn't great for long. The friends didn't know how to cook or clean. Ash's house was a mess in no time. There was no food in the cupboards. Everything began to smell. Soon the friends had all had enough. "I'm hungry," said Ash. "We could get some more sweets," suggested Mala. "I never want another sweet again," Freddie groaned, holding his tummy. "Have you got any carrot left?" "These won't last us much longer," said Ash, looking in the box that they know used to hold fruit and vegetables. "I think it's time to get our parents back. We need them now." What could we ever do? Ash, Mala, and Freddie collected all the sweets they could find and walked up into the hills. It was the last place they had seen their parents. "Pied Piper, we're sorry," shouted Ash. There was no response. "We didn't mean what we said," said Mala. "Please can we have our parents back? We have your sweets," said Freddie, hoping that the piper would give them their parents. But the piper and the parents still didn't appear. How were they going to survive without them? This is just a mess. The next morning, Ash woke up to the smell of hot porridge. He ran downstairs. "Mum!" he cried. "Morning, Ash," his mum said. Everything was normal, like she had never left. She put a steaming bowl of plain porridge in front of him. "Here you go," she said. "It's hot. Be careful you don't burn your mouth." Everything was normal, but Ash was so happy to have his mum back, and he didn't even complain. "Fancy going to the park later?" Ash blinked in disbelief. Maybe things were better after all. Ash and his friends held another meeting that night in his treehouse. "Dad cooked 11 types of vegetables for tea," said Freddie, grinning. "Mum folded the corners of my book so I wouldn't get a paper cut," said Mala hopefully. Outside, the piper smiled, his eyes twinkling like the stars above. He played softly on his pipe, and he had gone. The end. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.